another episode of New Release Tuesday. I'm your host Liz, and today we're going to talk about angel demon babies, some crazy vampires, and the Amish. I think we're going to talk about the Amish. Getting back to the whole categories thing, and the first category is contemporary, and this first book is The Boyfriend App by Katie Seiss, and this is about a girl who some bad stuff has happened in her life and her best friend has kind of disappeared or whatever, had a transformation, whatever it is, and she's about to go to college. She needs some money for it. She applies for this whole $200,000 prize thing. Basically, she makes an app which is called the Boyfriend App. I don't know what it does. Dunno. Wasn't mentioned what it was. But apparently she's now very popular. People are talking about her app, and she's kissing tons of boys. But the question is, will she find true love? 1 + 1 = blue by MJ Ock, and this is about two kids who have synesthesia, and they kind of butt heads a little bit, but, you know, coming of age, you're always gonna have little fights with your friends, but they kind of help each other out, fit in the world, and go along some crazy adventures. Gorgeous by Paul Rudnick, and this is about a girl whose mother is recently deceased, and she gets this call to go to New York and meet the, you know, premier fashion designer, and he's like, I am going to make you into the most beautiful person in the world. So she is turned from Becky to Rebecca, and she whirlwind life and meets a prince. What do you mean that's not a normal life? I want that for myself, except not really, because that is not rational. But it sounds like a fun book. Apparently it's kind of for fans of like Meg Cabot's Airhead series. Just fun. Just a fun read. An Anthem for Jack Dawson by Celia Bryce, and this is about two young individuals. There's a girl and a guy, and the girl has been recently diagnosed with a certain cancer, and the guy has been quite the veteran of the, you know, cancer ward, if you want to call it that. And they kind of have to help each other get through this and all that stuff, because she's just like, just now, coming to terms with it, and so she's like, what's the future gonna hold? And so I'm thinking that it'd be good for people who like the cancer aspect in The Fault in Our Stars. A little bit of love. I don't know, maybe, possibly. In the Ghost Vampires Oh My category, the first one we have is Life After Theft by April Lynn Pike, and I've just heard a lot of great reviews about this. I didn't know what it was about until like today. Basically, it's about this guy, he's new to school, and the first person he meets is a dead girl who was a kleptomaniac in her previous life, and she's asking him to continue that whole legacy, if you will. And then he later finds out that this girl has been quite at odds with the girl that, this guy, Jeff, you might want to call him, the girl he has a crush on. So, there's that, and he's like, am I in over my head? As you would be if a ghost asked you to continue their kleptomaniac ways. The Eternity Cure by Julie Kagawa? Kagawa. I know you're all gonna just tell me how to pronounce it anyways, so Kagawa. Tomato. Anyways, this book is about a girl who, her creator, I guess she's a vampire, her creator is basically been kidnapped by the psychotic vampire. She has to go save him, and in order to do so, she kind of has to make some interesting allies, namely a prince who hates her very much and wants her dead. So things can only end well. Sweet Peril by Wendy Higgins, and this is about a girl who is the child of a guardian angel and a demon. Just gonna move on. Of course, the next category is the I don't even know category. It's not that they're weird books, but they're just books that I don't know where to put them in a category. Breathless by Bridget Kammerer, and this is the 2.5 novella to the series. And basically this guy, he's been living with his brothers, and he's the level-headed one, and he's got this girlfriend who goes from like 0 to crazy in 60 seconds, and she's got this friend who apparently has some dark secret hanging over this guy, and so living the crazy life. I don't understand, it makes it seem like it's leading up to some supernaturally kind of stuff, but then it didn't mention anything like some crazy war or anything going on. It was just like, here's a story about this guy. Yes. Belonging by Karen Ann Hopkins, and this one actually sounds really interesting. It's the second book in the series, and it's about this girl who has fallen in love with this guy. He's Amish, she's not. She is trying to enter into that community, and of course because I'm not sure about Amish stuff, because I'm not well read in those kinds of things, but she can't see him until she's proven herself to the community, I guess, and somehow entered that community. It sounds really interesting to me. I don't know. I like things. In the sci-fi-ish category, we have The Loop by Shandy Lawson, and this is about a girl and guy who are in love, and they're trapped in a time loop with the guy who wants to kill them. Just another Monday, am I right? In the historical fiction category, we have Nobody's Secret by Michelle McCall, and this is told from the perspective of Emily Dickinson. And there's this mysterious guy who shows up, doesn't want to tell his name, nothing, dies in the freaking pond. Face down in the pond. Not a good way to die. Anyways, kind of murder mystery kind of stuff going on. In dystopian / action, we have The War by Jordana Frankel. I'm having hard times with names, but this is about a girl who is a mobile racer, and not sure exactly what that means, but you know, racer, action type things going on, and she is living in Manhattan, and it's all watery and gross stuff. You know how waterborne illnesses are? Yeah, basically her sister has some sort of illness, and in order to get a cure from the government, they're like, hey, find us a fresh source of water, and to do so, she has to kind of like not really go through all sorts of feats, but basically she runs into some very strange people and some just not good people. Scientists. We don't trust scientists in YA, do we? No! Never trust a scientist in YA novels. Ever. So, yeah, action-packed stuff, which is something that I need. I need those in my YA novels. And last but not least, the novel that everyone has been like super buzzing about, and that is The Program by Suzanne Young. And I've heard amazing things about this. It's about this girl who is living in this society that suicide is an epidemic among teens. Yeah. And so she is trying to avoid that. She's trying to be very like emotionless, because the program, which has been like the only known cure kind of thing, it wipes you clean of everything that makes you human. And so she is definitely like trying to fly under the radar kind of thing. And so yeah, that sounds intense and just all around a really good idea for a novel. And so I can't wait to read that. And of course, tell me which ones you're going to read this week, if you're going to read any of them. If you're not, well, boo on you. Just read some books. Read some books. Or, you know, I know Random House is doing their screen-free week, which I cannot do because it's finals week. I've got 2 online classes. What's that about? What is that about? Anyways, I hope you all have a great week. If you're doing finals this week, good luck to you. If you're doing finals sometime soon, also good luck to you. If you're graduating, oh my gosh, you're lucky. I'm about to. December. Hoping. Crossing the fingers.